I think my music hits me so hard, makes me say, "Oh my Lord, thank you for blessing." Okay. Anyway, thank you for checking to see if everything's working. Everything is working, and if I sound a little bit blah, I am tired. Okay. I don't understand why I'm tired. I slept great. I think it's because it's been a cold and rainy morning that I'm just like, I feel like a zombie. Anyway, oh man. Um, yeah, no, everything's working. Thanks for asking. Okay, so we are making poached egg on spinach and toasted baguette today with a tomato relish. Now, unfortunately, I could not get gas for our gas stove, so we just gonna have to do this things the way we did them yesterday, where I just show you everything that I'm using, and then maybe just like say, hey, this is how I'm gonna make it, and da 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 da. I will try and get something sorted. I'm not gonna promise anything. Maybe in the next season where we do um snacks. I call them snacks. Let me just find out where when we do starters, there we go. When we do starters, I will definitely have gas sorted out for actually I'll try and get it sorted out this week. I don't know when this week. I'm not gonna promise anything. But anyway, there we go, 5 in a row. Oh, thank you, Mumsy. I appreciate it. And again, I am sorry that I sound a little bit blah, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and prep everything. I did not prep anything yet. I just like I got out of bed and started streaming because I was like, Coach, I'm tired. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to gaming so you guys can see all our lovely ingredients. And then I'm gonna just go here to. Oh wait, I forgot. Okay, there we go. That's sorted out. As you guys can see, we got my. I need to really pull this label off. It is like kind of in the way, but anyway. Um, let's see. And then we need CHP. There we go. That is perfect. I don't have to worry. Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, cool, 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 cool. And there you guys got in the corner of what we're making. So let me just go ahead and get what we need. Okay, so we got the baguettes. Wait, how many tomatoes do we need? Whoopsies. Okay, cool. 2 tomatoes, 1 onion with a lot of dents on it by the looks of things. So like it looks like this onion got beat up. So we got 1 onion and spinach. We need spinach. So there's our spinach. Yes, that's a big bag of spinach. We're not going to use all of it, but anyway. Then we need vinegar, which we've got. Let's see. We need olive oil, which I'll fetch now. Handful of baby vinegar, baguette. Okay, we need 4 eggs. So let's go ahead and grab 4 eggs. Oh, just we got our 4 eggs. Okay, so we got our 4 eggs. We got butter to serve. I'm just gonna leave that in the fridge. Oh, and chutney. And we need chutney. And we got chutney. So that's basically all we need. I just need to go and salt and pepper. Oopsies. Salt, pepper, and yeah, and olive oil. I don't know how it looks on camera. It's quite a bit, but the baguettes we're gonna have to put in the oven for a bit. But we basically got everything that we need. I don't think I set my camera up right or properly, so I'm just gonna go ahead and maybe no, that's even worse. I didn't set my camera up yesterday that it was like did I do it like that? No, no. Oh, guys, I can't remember how I set my camera up yesterday. I am so sorry about this. Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave it as is, like this, and just there we go. Okay, so that's basically all we've got. We got everything ready. But yeah, so I'm gonna read this because I haven't made this in a while. So, oh, okay. So we're gonna be working on the on the tomato relish first. Okay, so to make tomato relish, heat the olive oil in a medium frying pan. Saute the onions until cooked and add the tomatoes and fry until cooked. Add the chutney and season to taste. Keep warm while you prepare the spinach and eggs. In a separate frying pan, heat the olive oil and saute the spinach leaves until just wilted, then season with salt and set aside. Okay. Bring 1 liter of water to the boil in a medium saucepan, then turn down the heat to a simmer and add the vinegar. Okay. Place the baguette slices in the toaster to toast. While the bread is toasting, gently break the eggs one by one into the pan of simmering water. Poach for 3 to 4 minutes for medium until the egg whites are set. Gently remove each egg with a slotted spoon and place on a paper towel to drain. Okay. Butter the toasted baguette slices and place a quarter of the spinach on each slice. Place an egg on top, season with salt and pepper, and serve immediately with warm tomato relish. Sounds simple enough. So let's go ahead and cut up the tomato and onion. I'm going to do it in my own special way. Um, yeah. Ooh. So I'm just going to move all of this to one side. Okay, vinegar to one side. Ooh, spinach to one side. And the baguette we are going to toast in the oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the entire thing, put it in the oven, and bake it. Like bake it for like 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so we got our tomato, we got our onion. We need our chopping board. And bam, chopping board. We're going to start with the onions because the onions need to saute first. So what I'm going to do is yeah, there we go. So guys, I don't normally grab a measuring spoon to measure out oil or anything like that. I just normally grab a bottle of olive oil and then I just like pour it in until I think it's enough. I think that's enough, maybe a little bit more. And then I just let that heat up on the stove. So thank you, Mumsy. So what I'm going to do is while that's heating up on the stove, I'm going to go ahead, chop the onion in the meantime. And by the time I'm done chopping up the onion, then the oil should be heated. Throw the onions in while the onions are sauteing. I'm going to go ahead and cut up the tomatoes. So let's go ahead and do that. And for the stove, I don't have it on high because I know if you're heating up oil, you have to have it on high. I have it on a medium high. So like 3, 4 on our oven. So that's what I normally have it on. And then I'm not very good at chopping up onions like a chef and tomatoes like a chef. So yes, I am going to be using this little tool to cut up the onions and tomatoes. This thing is old. You can see it is like really old. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, that knife is too big. Yeah, that's fine. And you don't use a saturated knife when it comes to cutting onions because that just makes the tears even worse when using a saturated knife. And then what I normally do, I just cut it into 4 pieces. Pick that up, put the onions in. We already got our blade of choice in there. I don't know if you can see. Oh, thank you for the lurk, Mumsy. I appreciate it. Gonna grab that, put that on, and unwind this. Oh my word. Ah! Unwind that, plug it in, switch on, and just uh not there we go. The onions are chopped. See, no tears, no muss, no fuss. I'm very happy with that. It's just a lazy way of chopping onions. So I'm gonna go ahead, put that on the stove so long, and then we're gonna cut up the tomatoes in the same way. So and for if you guys are wondering why I didn't peel the onions, that's because I get peeled onions. So I don't normally get onions that has their peel still on. It's just easier to deal with and a lot less mess. No wonder why the olive oil wasn't heating up. I put the wrong plate on. I am such an honor, guys. I put the wrong plate on. Whoops, my bad. So we're gonna use this knife because it's already here. But normally when cutting tomatoes, I use a saturated knife. I don't know, just cuts tomatoes better for me. Whereas blades like this, and I know this blade is quite blunt. We need to get our knives sharpened again. So yeah. But I do prefer using a saturated knife when it comes to cutting tomatoes. For me, it just cuts easier. It's kind of weird having to bend over my camera to cut things up. It's it's weird for me, at least for me. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on, and then we're just gonna go ahead and cut our two pieces in the same way. Um, there we go. Our tomato is all cut up, nice and juicy. And we're just going to leave that on, and I can go ahead and unplug this. And we're going to just leave this until the tomatoes are sauteed. And then while that is happening, I'm going to go ahead and grab. Let's just do this. So we got our water, and I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a pot. Grab a pot. I'm gonna go ahead and just put some water in that. And then we're gonna let that come to a boil, but I'm also gonna put vinegar in the water as well. Now it says 15 milliliters, guys. Again, I'm just gonna actually not, I'm just gonna put in a tablespoon. There we go. So there is a tablespoon of vinegar in there. And I'm already gonna put some, oh wait, no, the salt and pepper goes on afterwards. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, let that boil, and then once it starts boiling, we're gonna bring it down to a simmer. And then while all of that is happening, I'm gonna go ahead and grab our baguettes. And I think I'm just gonna toast the entire thing. I don't think I'm gonna cut it up into slices. So I'm just gonna go ahead, grab the entire. That how tightly did they wrap this? Oh my word. Okay. They did a very good job. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on here like that. And then I'm gonna put this in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, for about 10 minutes. And then once that is done, I'm gonna go ahead, switch the oven off, and yeah, there we go. Guys, I'm not gonna saute the spinach, even though that will be very nice. Actually, you know what? I might just do that. Hmm. We'll see, because yeah, we'll see when we get there. And then yeah, but let's go ahead and put that in the oven. Yeah. My eyes are tearing up. Okay, so the onions are kind of sauteed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can just get some of that out. Yeah, no, that's not working. So let's just, there we go. Put that to one side. Grab this because my eyes are starting to burn. And then we're just gonna go ahead, grab this, and put all of that tomato in. And I'm just gonna go ahead and mix all of that. Mm. And you know what? I'm gonna add in my own stuff. Oh, don't do that. I did turn the stove down so that, it doesn't stay on for too long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, grab chutney, and then just hoy that in. I think that should be enough. a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of mixed herbs, and guys, you know it's coming. You know it's coming. We've got to add some sweet basil in and some sweet basil. I'm gonna be known as the sweet basil girl. Okay, and then we're just gonna go ahead and mix everything, and we're just gonna let that cook a little bit. And then once it's cooked, we're just gonna turn the stove off and let it still sit on that heat. So let's go ahead. I'm actually gonna give this a little bit of a taste. Yeah, let's just give this a little bit of a taste. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit, just a tiny bit. Mm, that's good. And that took what, 3 minutes? So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, throw that in there, throw that in there, throw that in there, throw that in there. Now, if you want to keep your kitchen clean, this is a trick that I learned from my grandfather. You always have a jug of water nearby, so that like you just, especially if you're going to be reusing utensils. So instead of taking new utensils out all the time, you just have a jug of water nearby and you just throw whatever you're using in there. You can rinse it out quickly, wipe it off quickly, and then oh, my eyes are still burning. And then use it again. So you always have like a jug of water nearby, and that way you're not using every single utensil in the kitchen. So that's just something my grandfather taught me, a little trick on how to keep things clean and not to make even more of a mess. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this cloth and wipe this down. Because what we're going to be doing afterwards, once we poach the eggs, once we've poached our eggs, we're going to need to put down some paper towels to drain the eggs. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, because I do think we've got paper plates. If you don't have paper plates, that's fine. I don't know what else you can use if you don't have paper towels. Mm. Okay, I don't see any paper plates. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab one plate. And this is just to prep so that like it's just easier to do when we get to it. And I'm gonna grab two paper towels and fold it in half just so it can absorb more water. So I'm just gonna fold that in half and just put that on top here for our eggs. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. And my headphones keep falling off my ears, guys. Mm, my eyes are still burning, by the way. Like, it's like really, really like, ah. I'm gonna see if the water has started boiling. No, not yet. I think once the water starts boiling, that's when I will put the tomato relish off. Mm. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just mix some of that up, and I'll be right back. Boil. Oh. Mm. Two more minutes for the baguette. Sorry, guys. I'm like fighting a losing battle. Like my eyes are really starting to. Whew! Oh, that's the only thing I hate about onions. Mm. Oh, okay, chat. I'll be right back. I need to go ahead and splash my eyes with cold water or something, but I'll be right back. Okay, cold water seemed to do the trick, but whew, that burns. Damn, that burnt. Whew. Okay, is the water starting to boil now? Nope, still taking forever. Great. Oh wait, need to check the baguettes. Okay. Um, onions were making me blind. That's what happened. Okay, so the baguette's ready, the tomato relish is ready. We're just waiting for this water to boil so we can do our poached eggs. And I think I'm gonna do two at a time. Um, yeah. And then what I'm gonna do in the meantime is I don't think because we've already got so many flavors happening right now, okay? What I'm thinking of doing is like maybe grabbing a couple of pieces of spinach to put on the slices of baguette. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that. And then if we want more, we can always have more. Because like I mean, look at this bag of spinach, guys. Look at it. Look at it. It's so big. I don't know why I got such. Oh, the reason why I got such a big bag because they didn't have smaller bags. Mm. Oh, so yeah, we got our spinach that we have set aside. So yeah, and then we're just gonna go ahead grab two eggs for now, like two eggs, and I'm just gonna go crack that into the water. I'm just waiting for it to start simmering so I can go ahead and get that started. We are still waiting for the water to boil, and I don't want to put the stove up any higher than what it already is. But it's taking its sweet, sweet time. It's just like taking a while. So, how's your morning going, guys? I'm gonna turn this higher because this is taking way too long. Like, I don't know, this water's taking way too long to boil. I'm just gonna try and speed things up. Ba-dum, 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 bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. And the worst thing is you have to keep an eye on it. You have to watch it because, like, you don't want the water to boil. You just want the water to simmer. Oh, that's nice. What are you writing? Dur, dur, dur. Come on. Okay, so I'm gonna start putting things away that we no longer need. So we're done with the vinegar. I don't think we're gonna use it again. We're done with the chutney. I don't think we're gonna use it again. I can put that back on its original shelf. Salt and pepper we are gonna need. I'm just gonna put that to one side. The 2 eggs we are gonna need. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the spinach and put the spinach in here and just the eggs on top of that. That I can put in there. That can go in the dustbin. That can go in the sink. And then we still need the salt and pepper and the olive oil. Ah, okay. And the olive oil I can put away. And this can also go in this. Come on. Boil for me. Bring a little bit of salt. Okay. It's starting to simmer, so I'm just going to go ahead, turn down the stove, and then we're just going to go ahead and crack our eggs into the boiling water. Ooh, that egg did not crack nicely. The last time I did this, it came out so much better. Um, I don't know what to say about this one. It's because of the freaking egg. I hate these eggs because not the yellow part of the egg keeps getting stuck to the top of the egg, and it's annoying. And it breaks the egg, and it's But anyway, it's fine. Let's go ahead and try with the second egg, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Yes, the yolk. You did it again. did it again. It is so annoying when it does that. Because the egg whites come out so quickly and then the egg yolk is just stuck to the top, to the shell. And I'm just like, I'm so irritated. I'm irritated, guys. I don't even want to show you how these eggs come out. Like I'm worried. And we have to leave it in for 3 to 4 minutes. So it's 42 minutes now. So 44, 45, it's nearly 43. 44, 45, 46. So at 46 minutes, we can take the eggs out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the baguette, start cutting up in slices. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do now. And we use a bread knife for bread. Okay. I'm gonna eat that end parts, but anyway. I've seen that like people cut like baguettes diagonally. I'm just gonna cut it horizontally. Actually, you know what? Let's just do diagonally. Now we're getting to the I don't think this bread is gonna last today. I think this bread is gonna be finished within a day. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut 4 slices of this bread. And yeah, I don't think this bread is gonna last today. I think it's gonna be finished within today. So mm. Okay, so to show you how badly these poached eggs came out. It's so bad. I'm just gonna wait for the water to maybe start boiling a little again. It is so bad, Chad. I'm gonna go ahead and make this for my grand. I don't think the second batch is gonna go by easier, but yeah. Aaron, what's it, my boy? No, sweetie, you need to meow. Meow, meow, meow. Okay, guys, Erin wants attention, but I'm just gonna show you the little rascal. Look, say hi to Erin. Hi, Erin. Do you want to say hi to chat? Hi, sweetie. Yeah, Erin. Yeah, Erin. Hi, sweetie. Meow. No, you don't want to meow? You don't want to say hi? No, you just want attention. You don't want. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. But there we go, guys. There's. Ooh, mystery. And he just ran off, guys. He just ran off. He's like, I'm camera shy all of a sudden. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some, okay, that's maybe too much butter on one and then on another one. Okay, I'm gonna grab. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys can't see the breadboard. Okay, there we go. There we go. That should be better. I'm gonna put two slices aside. That will be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my brands first. I'll maybe not give us such big pieces. Yeah, just maybe put small piece of spinach on first. Me, I'll have more spinach than that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the so-called poached eggs and put that on top. Ah, hot. I am so sorry at how bad these eggs poached. Like I do apologize for that. Um, yeah, that was horrible. I'm gonna go ahead and that can go. That needs to go in the dustbin. Um, and then I'm gonna go ahead and poach my two eggs. Let's see how that goes. Turns out. Okay, that egg came out a lot easier. That egg came out a lot easier. I'm gonna go ahead and do the. Hey, look at that! There we go. And then we're just gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And ta-da! We got our poached eggs on spinach with baguette and tomato relish. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead, give that to my gran, and I'll give you her verdict. For the next 2 weeks, Monday to Friday, my granny's going to be spoiled with breakfast in bed. I wish somebody would spoil me like that for the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some more paper towels for the poached eggs, just so it can drain. And I'll be using the same plate. So let's go ahead and get that started. You know what? I'm gonna let the eggs poach a little bit longer because I think it's not poached enough yet. I don't think it's poached enough yet. So I've got 1, 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on mine. So we're gonna grab some butter. It's not dead yet, no. No, I like my eggs dead. I don't like them semi-alive or alive, or my eggs need to be cooked. Okay, like no running nothing. No running nothing. It needs to be firm, like a butt or like boobs. It doesn't have to be runny. Wait a never mind. He's getting the pose. What was their reaction? You gotta tell me. I'm just telling you how I like my eggs. Got one. Hmm. Hmm. So I'm just folding the spinach up, and what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put this on here so it can just stay folded while I wait for my eggs. Mm. Mm. Okay, let's see. Okay, I know I can do a better job at poached eggs. I don't know what happened this time. This time it was just a flop because the first time I did poached eggs, I did it perfectly. I was like, it's so easy. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. It's bad. So we're just gonna leave this on the paper towel to just get rid of the excess water. Like it is, guys. I'm not happy with my poached eggs. I don't think I did a good job. Please don't rate my eggs, guys. Please, please, please. Like I can't even get them off the paper towel. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do that. Just that's and then just pick up this mess and try and put it on here. Guys, I'm very disappointed in my poached eggs. Like it's just falling apart here. Like look at this. Like it's just falling apart. Oh man. I need to practice this. Thank you. Thank you. That's I just think these are poor quality eggs, guys. I know a craftsman never blames their tools, but like even when I cracked the eggs open, they were just falling apart. They weren't like they were already separating when I cracked the egg open, guys. Like I was just like, what? Okay. Guys, I'll be right back. I hear hooting. I just want to see if it's for us. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, please do not fall. Please do not fall. There we go. Okay, and then gonna grab. And then we've got tomato relish for tonight, guys. Like we can use the rest of this tomato relish in tonight's food, whatever we're making, and we can like put some spinach in there. So yeah, guys, we've got quite a bit of tomato relish left. Mm, tomato relish, guys. Tomato relish. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back. And guys, there is today's breakfast. And again, I know these cooking streams are really short, but the breakfast is quite quick and easy to make. It would have been longer if I was making if I was making homemade baguettes, but yeah, we will get there. We will get there one day. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed today's breakfast and the chaos called poached eggs. We're gonna go ahead and look for somebody to raid. And I know I forgot to post about the stream yesterday. I am so sorry, but I will put up a post for tomorrow's stream today. But there we go. There's our raid message. There is our sub message. And let's see who we are going to raid. Hmm. Let's go raid Cactus Room. Let's go raid Cactus Room. We haven't raided them in a bit. Okay, and with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and say bye, my cublings.